Hi friends, good morning. So in our today's session completely we are going to do the lab session friends. As part of lab, so we are going to first see how to implement lifecycle policy on S3 bucket. So lifecycle policy is nothing but we have discussed about storage classes friends. So which storage class is cheap, which storage class will provide more replications, okay, which storage class will provide low latency, all those things we have seen, right? So now we need to understand based on the data, we have to decide whether this data has to put it in the storage IA or standard class or glacier, where in which class we have to put this particular data. We have to decide ourselves, right? So what we can do is, it is difficult for us to manually move the files daily, right? So that's why we have to define something called life cycle policy. Life cycle policy, it is going to tell that if any file is available in standard class for about 30 days, you just move this file from standard to standard IA. After 30 days, you move from standard class to the standard IA. What is standard IA? Standard IA is nothing but a standard infrequent access files. Infrequent access files, frequently accessed files, we are going to keep it in the standard class. So these things has to happen automatically. If the file you have uploaded 90 days back, this file I want to move it into the glacier. So first, when I have uploaded file, it will be there in a standard class. After 30 days, automatically that file has to go to into the standard IA, standard infrequent. So in case if the data is not sensitive, then you can move into the one zone IA. That is, only one availability zone will be available. Okay. So that the problem with IA is, if that availability zone is down, you are going to lose the data. That's why, depends on your data criticality, you have to select standard IA or one zone IA. So now we are moving data from standard class to the standard IA or one zone IA after 30 days. So after 30 days, we moved from standard to the standard IA or one zone IA. Again, once the file moved to the standard IA or standard one zone IA, after 60 days, again I will move file from the standard IA or one zone IA to the glacier. Okay, friends, three steps, friends. Step one is you are moving file from standard to the standard IA. Okay, when you are moving after 30 days, after 60 days or after 90 days, again I want to move the data from standard IA to the glacier. Why you are moving the files from here and there? Because this file keep, so if the file upload date is keep increasing, the accessibility will reduce. That's what we are imagining. But if you think this data you are going to access very frequently, you can keep it in the standard itself. Okay, but if you think this data I am not going to access frequently, then instead of storing the data in a standard class, you can keep it in the standard IA or glacier. The advantage is you can reduce the cost. So now we are going to see how to implement this lifecycle policy as a lab session. Let me go to my Internet Explorer. Let me open it here. Okay, Google Chrome. You just open Google Chrome. Let me log in into the console, friends. Click on AWS Management Console. Click log back in, or you can click on sign into the console. Now let me enter my user. Let me enter password here. So I entered username and password here. So now what you need to do, these lifecycle policy we are going to implement on S3 storage. Just click on S3 storage. Let's try to create the S3 bucket, friends. Okay, we will try to create the S3 bucket. So yesterday we have discussed about how to create the S3 bucket, how to give the name, friends. Name should be small letters, and the name can have a numbers. Name should have only two special characters. One is hyphen, second one is dot. Okay, these condition you have to remember. Next important condition is, if somebody else is used this name, you should not use the same name. Okay, so with that conditions, let me create a Cloudpandith. Okay, Cloudpandith S3 bucket dot lifecycle LC I will use. For lifecycle LC I will use. In which region you want to create, you can select that region, but here it will be global. That's why it is asking you to create the select the region here, friends. Okay, next Do you want to block all public access? For now, I don't want to block any public access. Just so you have to acknowledge, I am turning on, I am allowing the public people to access my data, which is there in this bucket. You have to acknowledge this, acknowledge, then click create bucket. So now I clicked on created bucket. So bucket will be created. If you come here, see bucket is created. Click on that bucket which you have created. Okay. So let's say friends, now you may upload the files. Okay. Let's upload a file if you want. Okay. Next. Okay. Let's upload some files here. Click add files. Let me go here. Hello. Can you hear me now, friends? Hello. Yes. Okay. Fine. So there is a power cut. No problem. So here you can see. Upload all this data. Click open. Okay, click upload. So I'm just uploading all this data. Okay, data is uploading, friends. Okay, fine. So data is say one in progress. Let's wait some more time. So upload all the data. Now what you need to do is we are able to upload the data. Management, you can see something called add life cycle policy. Click on add life cycle policy. You have to tell what is the life cycle name you want to give. Let's say my uh, demo life cycle. Okay, my demo life cycle. Okay, next. You have, so you want to apply this life cycle to all the files, or you want to apply for specific files. Let's say I want to put files which has a which are starting with the transactions. Okay, transaction. That's all. So wherever I have a files trans starting with the trans, enter. See, cust trans. So likewise, you can add all those things. Now, if you want, I want to do it for all the files, then click on apply to all objects in the bucket. So all the files, it may be customer file, it may be transaction file, it may be any file, it may be video, audio, whatever it may be. All objects in bucket, click next. Next. So if you remember, we have enabled the versioning in our previous bucket, but current for this bucket, we have not enabled the versioning. Right, as we are not enable the versioning, we don't have a previous version and a current version, right? We will have only current version, we will not have a previous version. Okay, but if you have enabled the versioning, you have previous version and current version, then you can define the life cycle for the previous version files and current version files. But we don't have a previous version files because we have not enabled the versioning on this bucket. So just click on current version. So how to set the life cycle for the current version is just click on add transition. So now it is going to tell. So now you want to move to the standard IA. So if you select standard IA, it knows after I will say glacier. So after 60 days, it is going to move to the glacier. Okay. Yes, I acknowledge. Okay. Into deep glacier. So after 150 days. So likewise, you are going to define all these life cycle policies. Okay. Then click next. Okay. Now, so this is basically suppose when you have uploaded some data, that data what happens is things are called a multi-part uploads. Incomplete multi-part uploads is nothing but your upload got stuck at some point in time. Only few files got uploaded and other files got stuck. So in all those cases, for current version, okay, for current version, I want to complete all incomplete multi-part uploads. Just click on clean up all incomplete multi-part uploads. Okay, friends. So I'm going to clean up after seven days. Let's say today I started uploading the file, so it is got stuck. Today I am not going. Whatever files I have uploaded today, these files I am unable to upload. So all after 7 days. Okay, these all we have applied for the current version. We have applied all these things for the current version. Okay, just acknowledge once you have verified all the details, then click save. Okay, so this is how you are going to define your life cycle policy. Okay, fine. Now want to enable the versioning. Just click on versioning, enable versioning. Okay, click save. I have enabled like backup files. Let's say today I have uploaded a file.csv which has customer data, 100 customers data I have. What happens is previous 100 records will be overridden with this 120 records. If you are not enabling this versioning, what happens? I have all the files data, all the backup data. We have to enable the versioning, friends. One second. I switch it to the another internet. Able to hear me now, friends, properly? Okay. Okay. I think you will be able to hear me. Okay. Come to again management. Okay. See the life cycle policy which we have created previously. But now I have enabled the versioning. So I want to create the another life cycle policy with the current version and previous version. Just click add life cycle policy. Here you have to say here it's a my my life cycle policy, my life cycle to current and previous versions, the previous versions, okay, something like that. So to all the objects, yes, I want to apply to all the objects. Click next. Next, for current version and for previous version, for both I want to do now. Just click transition. You can say it's a standard I. So let's say whatever data I have. Okay, this is I will move into standard IA. Next transition, I will move it into let's say glacier. Okay, next you just acknowledge. Okay, next you add one more transition. I am moving it into deep archive. Okay, acknowledge it. Okay, already acknowledge. Okay, these all I have defined for the my current version. I have a backup files, my previous version files. Just for those things also you can define. See, those things are not important for me. Maybe if you think it is important, you can move it into standard IA. If you think that is not important, you can move it into one zone IA. Okay, so instead of doing all these things, you can select this one, intelligent tiering. So what happens after 30 days, machine learning activity will be applied on your S3 bucket. It knows where to move. Okay, it will taken care. But after 30 days, so whatever action this intelligent tiering is taking, irrespective of that, I want to move it into the glacier. So you can select glacier. Okay, next. Oh, click on add transition one more. Okay, here you can say deep archive again. Okay, that's how for previous version you can define the lifecycle policies. For current version you can define the lifecycle policy. Click next. Okay, so for current version and for previous version, for both things, what I wanted to do is I want to clean all incomplete uploads. Okay, all incomplete uploaded files. I am not able to upload full file. I uploaded some part of the file. Those type of uploads I want to remove it. So after 7 days, the remove script will execute and all the incomplete uploads will be deleted. Okay, just click next. So you can review all those things. You can acknowledge it. Everything is fine. Then click save. Okay, so now if you see, we have created the one more life cycle policy. Okay, this is how we have to create the life cycle policy. Okay, clear friends? So yesterday we have discussed about storage classes. Today we have seen how to implement the life cycle policy, how we can move the data between the storage classes. Depends on the age of the data. So if the file has come 60 days back, so we are going to keep it in the some standard IA. If the file has come 90 days back, then we are moving to the glacier. If the file has come 180 days back, then we are moving into the deep glacier. So that's how you can define when you want to move to which class, so that you can reduce the cost. So this is how we are going to implement the life cycle policies.